On one hand, I'm not quite sure what was happening in the Senate for 9 hours. On the other hand, we have crossed an important hurdle at this point and are moving toward the passage of this bill. Tell me what is going on.
Ali, you're right. I mean, look, we've got 50 Democratic senators, and we need every one of their votes to get this bill, which will do so much good for Americans, to President Biden's desk. Senator Manchin had a concern about the way the unemployment insurance benefits were structured, and he, stuck to his guns. And that concern was not my concern. I really like the bill as it came over from the House. I think we've made it stronger. Senator Manchin needed some additional adjustments to get there, but now we're there, and we're going to rocket forward. There are going to be dozens, maybe hundreds of amendments that Republicans will offer tonight and tomorrow. But Democrats, we have linked arms with President Biden and said the American public needs this relief, and they need it soon. And we're going to stay at our desks until sometime over the weekend we send this bill back to a House for a quick vote so that President Biden can get it next week.
For unexpected, it's obvious why so many Americans support this bill. It's not actually a partisan thing. It's money that people need in their pockets. It is overwhelmingly popular amongst Americans. It is even supported by the majority of Republican voters. What's going on? What's the reason for 50 Republicans not voting in favor of this? And by the way, no Republicans voted in favor of it in the House.
Ali, my gut is this. I think they've made a strategic decision. And remember, just replay the tape back to the beginning of the Obama-Biden administration. They just sort of decided no matter what the new president offers to rescue the American economy, we're going to be against it. I will say this. This is a bill that is just chock full of provisions that Republicans have offered in past years. It's chock full of provisions that are desired by Republican governors and mayors. As you point out, it's full of provisions that are popular with Republican voters. And when it's implemented, it's going to do enormous good for Republicans and independents and Democrats. So they may have made a strategic decision that, and I can't put myself in their shoes about why they don't want to be for it, but we'll be able to bring the final bill out and show you how much bipartisan agreement there is in this bill. The Democrats are just riveted upon the fact we're still 10 million jobs down from where we were last year, and we've lost 500,000 people. We're not out of the woods yet. We're not going to go slow. We want to go fast to climb out of this crisis.
You make an important point because we got unemployment numbers today and they were much better. The number of jobs created in February were much higher than anticipated. But there's no reason for too much relief on that. We're still 10 million jobs short of where we were a year ago. And in the time that the Senate read the coronavirus bill, according to the Washington Post, 900 Americans may have died from this virus. So we are up against some real deadlines here. March 14th being the most tangible of them, when current unemployment extensions run out. What can go wrong, and what do you think is likely to happen in terms of the passage of this bill?
So I think you're going to see, Ali, what's likely to happen. You're going to see the Senate on the floor all night long and maybe into tomorrow. And hey, it could be over the weekend batting off Republican amendments that are largely efforts to derail the relief. But we're unified now, and we're not going to do it. We'll stay here as long as they want, but we're going to get this bill done. So while it'll take some time, we're going to get this bill to the president's desk. You raise a good point about the jobs report today. It was a good jobs report, 380,000 jobs created. But Ali, if what would it take? How many months of that would it take to get back to where we were in 2019? It would take us nearly 2 years of job reports like the one we had today to get back to where we were in 2019. Americans don't want to wait for 2 years for life to get back to some semblance of normal. And that's why this bill, which is economic relief and health care relief, is so critical.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.